Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to discuss a very simple and short poem. The name of the poem is Indian Weavers, written by Sarojini Naidu. Before going to start our actual poem, first of all, we are going to discuss about poet Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu was a political activist, feminist, and the first Indian woman who became the president of the Indian National Congress. She was an important figure in India's struggle for independence. So, friends, this is the little information about our poet. The poet name is Sarojini Naidu. So in this slide, we discuss the background of the poem. The poem describes the different stages of a human life, that is birth, marriage and death. In another way, it tells us about the cycle of human being, means childhood, youth and old age. The poetess asks 3 questions to the weaver and their answers are related to the life. So in this poem, the poet asks 3 questions to the weavers. In the first stanza, the poet asks the question related to the birth stage. The second stanza, the poet asks the second question related to the youth stage. And the third stanza, the poet asks the third question to the weavers, which is related to the death stage of a human life. So all these 3 stanzas describe the different stages of human life. So let us start our poem. Look at the first stanza. First of all, I will read the lines of the first stanza. Weavers weaving at a break of a day. Why do you weave a garment so gay? Blue as the wing of a Halcyon wild, we weave the robes of a newborn child. So in this stanza, there are some difficult words like break of a day. Break of a day means a morning time. Then garment. Garment, everybody knows that garment means a cloth. Then third word is a gay. Gay means a beautiful, charming and also happy. And the last word is a halcyon. Halcyon, it is another name of a kingfisher bird. So in this stanza, the poet describes the birth stage of a human life. In the first stanza, the poet asks the weavers why they are weaving the clothes early in the morning, which seems to be a quite beautiful and charming. The clothes are blue as the wing of a Halcyon wild. Halcyon wild is the name of another name of a kingfisher. The wing of the kingfisher are bright blue in a color. The blue color also symbolizes something beautiful and precious. So in this stanza, the clothes woven by the weavers are quite special. So that's why the poetess is curious to know about them. The Indian weavers reply, we weave the garments of a newborn child. They are weaving the beautiful dress for young one who had just come to the world. So in this stanza, a number of images are used to describe the first stage of a human life. The images like that, break of a day, garment so gay, blue as the wing of Halcyon wild, because this stage is full of happiness, freshness, hope, beauty. So there is no sorrow in the stage. So that's why the poet described the birth stage. So in this stanza, the poet also indicates the blue color. It is the blue color of a kingfisher feather, because the blue color indicates that the happiness, freshness and also hope to the birth stage of a human life. या स्टांजामध्ये पोएट बर्थ स्टेजविषयी सांगत आहे आणि बर्थ स्टेजविषयी सांगत असताना पोएटने सकाळचा टाईम डिस्क्राईब केलेला आहे. म्हणजे याचा अर्थ का सकाळ का डिस्क्राईब केलेली असेल तर सकाळचेच वर्णन का केले असेल, बिकॉज द मॉर्निंग सेशन इज इंडिकेट दॅट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ अ न्यू डे अँड ऑल्सो न्यू बॉर्न चाइल्ड, it is also the beginning stage of a life. So that's why the poet compare the morning time to the newborn child. And again poet describe the blue color of a feather, the blue color of feather of a kingfisher, because the blue color suggests that the happiness. म्हणून ह्या कवितेमध्ये ह्या पहिल्या स्टांजामध्ये कवयित्रीने जेव्हा पोएटने काय केलेलं आहे तर ब्ल्यू कलर वापरलेला आहे कशासाठी तर बर्थ स्टेज इंडिकेट करण्यासाठी. ओके, look at the second stanza. First of all, I will read the lines of the second stanza. Weavers weaving at a fall of a night, why do you weave a garment so bright? Like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green, we weave the marriage veils of a queen. So in this stanza there is again some difficult words. The first is a fall of night, which means that it is evening time. The second is a plumes. Plumes means a feather of a peacock. And the last word is a marriage veils. Marriage veils means that in Marathi लग्नात घातला जाणारा जो बुरखा असतो किंवा जी जाळीदार ओढणी असते, दॅट इज कॉल्ड मॅरेज विल्स. सो इन दिस स्टांजा द पोएट डिस्क्राइब द सेकंड स्टेज ऑफ ह्यूमन लाईफ. इट मीन्स यूथ स्टेज ऑफ ह्यूमन लाईफ. अँड द ऑल्सो पोएट डिस्क्राइब द पोएट डिस्क्राइब न्यू टाइम. द टाइम इज दैट इवनिंग टाइम. So in the second stanza the poet again meets the Indian weavers. This time during the fall of a night, means evening time, the weavers weaving attractive garments in a purple and green color like the feather of a peacock. The poetess asks a question to the weavers, why they weave a garment so bright like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green. Then the weavers reply that it's a marriage wheel of a queen. This suggests that the youth of a human being. Youth is a golden time of life, energetic, enjoyable and attractive. So that's why here use the expression the plumes of a peacock, purple and green. In this stanza the poet again gives the different time. It is a time of evening, and also poet compare this time to the youth stage of a human life. And also the poet gives mention the another color, green and purple, because green and purple color is indicate to the youth stage of a human life and also symbolize that energetic, enjoyable and attractive of a youth stage. So that's why the poet used this color for youth stage. Okay. Then the third stanza. First of all, I will read the lines of the third stanza. Weavers weaving a Solomon and still, what do you weave in the moonlight chill? White as a feather, white as a cloud. We weave a dead man's funeral shroud. So in this stanza there are again some difficult words. The words like that Solomon. Solomon means serious. Still means calm. And also shroud. Shroud means a death, a cloth put on the dead body. The cloth is put on a dead body, that is called shroud. So in this stanza it is a in this stanza the poet describes the third stage of a human life, which is a dead. And also the poet describes the another time, which is indicate that the dead stage of a human life, it is the time of a moonlight session. So moonlight is compared to the death stage of a human life, and also indicate that the end of the day. Okay, first in the first stanza the poet describe the time of a morning because it is the beginning of a day. Then the evening time, it is indicate that the youth, and the last is a moonlight. Moonlight means end of the day. So end of the day is also described to the indicate to the dead stage of a human life. So in this stanza the poet again asks this question to the weavers, and also the poetess finds the weavers are serious and calm. They are weaving something strange in the moonlight, which is white and feather and white as a cloud. The poetess asks the question to the weavers, why you are weaving clothes in the moonlight chill, which is white as a feather and white as a cloud. The Indian weavers reply, they are weaving a shroud, means cloth for a dead person. In the third stanza, the poetess describes the final stage of a human life, means death, which is emotionless and lifeless, like white color. Okay, so in this stanza the poet describes the last stage of a human life, which is the dead. And also poet describe gives the one color, describe the one color like that, white color, because white color is symbolized for lifeless and emotionless of a dead person. And also poet compare the moonlight to the funeral shroud of a human life. Okay, the shroud means a cloth of a dead person, cloth on a dead person. So that's why the poet used the white color to the dead person, because of the white color is indicate that the seriousness and emotionless. So in this stanza the poet again used the different color, which is white color. Okay, so in this three stanza the poet uses different colors, different stages, and also different time of a human life, because the first stanza the morning session, and also another color is that blue color, which is also indicate that which is also gives the information about the birth stage. In the second stanza the poet describes the another time, which is evening, and also compared to the youth stage. And the last stanza the poet describe the another time, the moonlight, which is also compared to the death stage of a human life. So this is the poem. In that poem the poet described the three stage of a human life. Then let us learn the rhyming pairs from the poem. In the first stanza the rhyming pairs are like day and gay, wild, child. In the second stanza, night, bright, green and queen. In the third stanza the rhyming pairs are still, chill, and cloud, shroud. So these are the rhyming pairs in the poem. Then let us see that the rhyme scheme of the poem. The first stanza, the rhyme scheme of the poem is the rhyme scheme of the first stanza is A B B. In the second stanza the rhyme scheme again is that A B B, and the last third stanza the again rhyme scheme is same like A and B B. Okay, so all these three stanza the poet uses the rhyme scheme like A B B. Then look at the figure of speech. Which figure of speech are used in this poem? The first is the alliteration, which is also familiar with you. The example of alliteration figure of speech is weavers weaving at break of a day. So in this example, the W sound is repeated. So that's why we are called that it is the alliteration figure of speech. The another example of alliteration is why do you weave a garment so gay? So students, there are a lot of examples of alliteration which are used in this poem. So you have to find out these examples and write down in your notebook. The second example, the second figure of speech is a simile. The example of the simile figure of speech is like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green. And simile means everybody knows that simile is that indicate that direct comparison between two things. So the first example is like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green. So in this example, the color of a marriage wheels of a queen is directly compared with the color of a peacock plumes like green and purple. The another example of simile is that white as a feather and white as a cloud. So when you see this example, we have to find easily simile figure of speech, because in these lines the word like or as is in a sentence, is in a line, so we call that it is a simile figure of speech. The next figure of speech is a metaphor. Metaphor which is also suggests that indirectly comparison between the two things. The first example of metaphor is that weavers weaving at a break of a day. So look at the explanation. The word break of a day is indirectly compared to the stage of birth, means beginning of a new life of a child. So this is the example of a metaphor, because it is indirectly compared with a morning session, is indirectly compared with a newborn child. The second example of metaphor is weavers weaving at fall of night. So, and also the third example is that what do you weave in the moonlight chill? So students, we have to explain this example and also find out the another example of a metaphor. So the last slide is that special features of the poem. In the poem, we already discussed that which are the images and also imagery used in the poem. So the special features are like that: break of a day. The poet uses the word break of a day. The poet cannot use the morning, because it is not a morning session. Break of a day, it is indicated that the beginning stage of a birth. So that's why the poet used the break of a day words in the first stanza. Halcyon. Halcyon is also it is describe the words to the color of blue to the birth stage. So that's why the poet used the halcyon. The robes also it is indicate that the garments. Plumes of a peacock. Plumes of a peacock is also indicate that the youth stage. Marriage wheels, it is also indicate that the youth stage. White feather and cloud, funeral shroud. These words are also indicate that the dead stage of a human life. So that's why the poet uses a lot of imagery in the poem. And also you have to we have already discussed that the colors which are used in this poem, the blue color, it is also suggests that the happiness and freshness. Purple and green, which is also suggests that the wealth, brightness and the progress of a youth stage. And the last is white, because it is a death stage, so there is no color already, and also sad mood. So that's why the poet used this color in the 3 stanza. So friends, this is the very simple poem and short poem. So you have to watch this video and write it all the activities from the poem. So thank you.